I'm particularly interested, public, I would believe, in the southern border.
Right.
What are you going to do down there? People have talked about having a detention center down there. Something.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's our primary focus right now, and the government of the Bahamas is committed, and you will see that certainly during the upcoming fiscal period, because we have already had some preliminary discussions. I've had with the Commodore as well as our leader, the Prime Minister, on ensuring that we focus and concentrate on the Southern Bahamas first and foremost. There are some things that are currently being done. I would have mentioned some contracts that were signed recently to repair the current facilities, especially on Inagua, that the officers have been having to endure for years, these substandard living conditions. And so we're working to fix those and get those right. But we will start the major constructions during this upcoming fiscal period. But in terms of technology, we should be launching very shortly, or commissioning some technology in the Southern Bahamas that will allow for us to better be able to identify those persons who are conducting illegal activities. We're also working to get our drones program in place too in the Southern Bahamas. The Defense Force, as a matter of fact, would have completed their command center here in New Providence. That will give them tremendous reach now, reach by sight, reach by communications, to be able to communicate with their vessels, to communicate with their bases, and actually to see from a visual standpoint what's happening out there. And so we have a very structured approach to dealing with the challenges that we're facing throughout the Bahamas, starting with the Southern Bahamas.
Yeah, because people talk about things like they're not quite satisfied with the way the illegal immigrant situation is handled. And the fact that boats sail up the archipelago, end up in Abaco and wherever else they end up.
Yeah, it's a real challenge. The Defense Force, however, ought to be commended. And as you would know, for the first quarter of this year, starting in January, they had any number of significant interdiction. And a lot of this is being driven by intelligence. Ours is a very vast, expansive border. You know, the Bahamas is an archipelago stretch over some 100,000 square miles of sea. That's not easy, especially when people know where you're going to be most of the time and how you're going to travel. So you're going to almost have to predict how they're moving. And we have been able to, through our analysis and through our technology, to be able to track the movements. And you can see the shift in trafficking patterns from time to time, because they know that our initiatives and our strategies are reaping results. And so now we have to, as we strategize, almost predict when the next move is going to be or how it's going to be, so that we can counter what these traffickers are doing.